interstate, put the hammer down and pull the traffic off to the new road. But we still drove the 40 with our load of nothing much, just windows open wide, and whatever the afternoon decided. Old Route 40 north through the valley green, the finest stretch of road I've ever seen. The grain elevators and the cafe signs. Old Route 40 north, between the lines of what was and the world that's moving on. We stopped at Maze and Greenfield for the pie, the lemon meringue that stacked up to the sky. May herself came out to take the order and called us honey, both sides of the border. Of our separate plates, the coffee old, but May's lemon meringue worth more than gold. Old Route 40 north through the valley green, the finest stretch of road I've ever seen. The grain elevators and the cafe signs. Old Route 40 north, between the lines of what was and the world that's moving on. Maze is a laundromat in Greenfield now. The sign is still up, same brick somehow. That makes it harder passing through the town than if they'd just gone on and knocked it down. But Route 40 still runs past the door, and I still slow to 30 at the store. Old Route 40 north, the valley and maize pie and what it's worth to slow down on a road that time forgot. Old Route 40, I still love it a lot. The cottage had a screen porch facing west, and a hammock that was clearly past its best, but held us both through 3 whole August weeks. The screen door's hinge still had its summer squeaks. We played gin rummy under the porch light and listened to the crickets every night. The last summer rental on the lake, every morning up at dawn to take the rowboat out before the world was before the autumn changed the whole address. The landlord, Mr. Briggs, would stop by Thursdays to check the pipes and talk about the old days when his family had the place year-round. The stories that old houses always found, their way of telling through the people there, who knew to sit and listen in the chair. The last summer rental on the lake, every morning up at dawn to take the rowboat out before the world was through. The last summer rental, me and you, before the autumn changed the whole address. Labor Day came harder than expected. The cottage packed, the hammock disconnected from the trees and folded on the porch. The rowboat upside down, no more the torch of the early morning on the water clear. Mr. Briggs shook hands and said, same time next year. The last summer rental, the hammock and the gin rummy and the lake, the rowboat and the screen porch at daybreak. The last summer rental, worth the ache. The ladies of the church set up the tables under the cottonwood and the maples, with the checkered cloth and the deviled eggs, and Reverend Thomas on his wobbly legs, greeting every family at the gate, and making sure nobody's plate was late. Church social Saturday under the tree, the deviled eggs and the sweet iced tea, the Reverend and the checkered cloth and grace. Church social Saturday, the finest place to be on any given summer day. The Henderson boys ran through the whole affair, knocking into things without a care, until their mother caught them by the ear, and the social carried on another year. The pie auction raised enough for the roof fund, and everything about the afternoon was good. Church social Saturday under the tree, the deviled eggs Saturday, the finest place to be on any given summer day. Miss Eleanor played hymns on the upright that somebody had rolled out in the light of the afternoon, slightly out of tune, but nobody was complaining about the June afternoon or Miss Eleanor's touch. Some things don't have to be perfect to mean much. Church, social, Saturday, the cottonwood and the sweet iced tea. Miss Eleanor and the out-of-tune hymn. Church, social, Saturday, let's begin again next year. Same cloth, same grace. The organ music rolled across the floor, and the disco ball was spinning by the door. The rental skates were brown and worn at heel, but nothing ever beat that polished feel of maple wood beneath your rolling feet, and the whole rink moving to the organ beat. Friday night at the roller rink, faster than you'd stop to pause and think. The couple skate was playing number 9. Friday night at the roller rink, just fine. To ask somebody if they'd skate with you. I circled twice before I found the nerve to cut across the rink and hold my curve up to the rail where you were standing straight in your red skates, early or just late. To the couple skate I couldn't really tell, but I asked anyway and it went well. Friday night at the roller rink, faster than you'd stop to pause and think. The couple skate was playing number 9. Friday night at the roller rink, just fine. To ask somebody if they'd skate with you. We skated 3 songs before the lights came up, and your friend was waiting with a paper cup of orange drink outside the exit door. And I walked you to her car and nothing more, except you said, same time next week. And I said said yes before the words had left your eye. Friday night at the roller rink, the couple skate and the organ and the rink, the red skates and the orange drink and you. Friday night at the roller rink, brand new. The interstate would have saved an hour clean, but the two-lane runs through everything between the covered bridge and Barker's apple stand, the kind of road that asks you to slow your hand on the wheel and take the long way in, where the road dips down and bends around the bend. Two-lane highway home through the orchard country, every mile an act of pure abundance, of the ordinary, beautiful and green. Two-lane highway home, the best I've seen, for reminding you what driving used to mean. I stopped at Barker's for a bag of Max, and the old man gave me 3 without the tax of waiting. Said the crop was running good, and pointed at the trees the way he always would, with pride and ownership that 40 years of apple trees will give a man without his fears. Two-lane highway home through the orchard country, every mile an act of pure abundance, of the ordinary, beautiful and green. Two-lane highway home, the best I've seen, for reminding you what driving used to mean. I eat the apple past the covered bridge, and let the core fly out past Garner's Ridge, into the ditch the way my daddy did, on every two-lane drive when I was a kid. The Mac still tastes the same from Barker's stand, the same old man with the same pointing hand. Two-lane highway home, the apples and the bridge and the long road through the orchard country, lightest load. Two-lane highway home, finest road I've known. Found it pressed folded note I hadn't found before, and Grandma's hymnal, her Sunday best, the one she kept above the hope chest, and Grandpa's hand before the war took him, a few short lines along the margin rim, the note inside the hymnal, something small and warm and original. As love goes, 3 lines and a name, the note inside the hymnal, the same. After 40 years of Sunday pews, it said, I'll be home by the harvest moon. Save me the 3rd pew, save me the June of your smile, yours entirely, Walt, and that was all. No question and no fault. In the 3 short lines of a soldier's hand, the whole of what a person needs to understand. The note inside the hymnal, something small and warm and original. As love goes, 3 lines and a name, the note inside the hymnal, the same. After 40 years of Sunday pews, he made it home before the harvest moon, and took the 3rd pew Sunday's tune, until the very last one, and the hymnal stayed on the hope chest, with the note original still pressed in Luke, and I replaced it there with the same care that Grandma used to wear. The note inside the hymnal, Walt's 3 lines in pencil, minimal, and everything, the June of your smile, the note inside the hymnal, worth every mile. Bridge at Harmon Creek was built in 9 and still stood strong along the county line. The wood worn smooth from wagons and from boots of every generation and its roots. We parked the car and walked across the boards and listened to the water at its course. Covered bridge in October light, the maples turning red on either side, the creek below and the smell of the old wood. Covered bridge in October, understood as the finest afternoon that autumn gives. You carved our initials on the rail, which I pretended to object, but the detail of the knife and the careful letter cut was the most romantic thing. No ifs or buts. The creek ran gold with the reflection of the maples, and the bridge held us like the oldest of the fables. Covered bridge in October light, the maples turning red on either side, the creek below and the smell of the old wood. Covered bridge in October, understood as the finest afternoon that autumn gives. I drove back in the January cold just to see the bridge and the initials bold, still cut in the rail, a little darker now from the rain and the seasons, the sacred vow of two initials on a wooden bridge across the creek below the maple ridge. Covered bridge in October, the maples and the initials and the creek, the finest afternoon of any week. Covered bridge, the thing I always seek. My uncle drove a truck through Medicine Hat on the Canadian prairie. Imagine that. Flat as a table for 100 miles, and the sky's so big it gives you back your smiles. He sent a postcard with a buffalo stamp and wrote, the coffee here beats any camp. Medicine Hat, the name alone is worth the drive across the prairie stone. The big sky and the coffee and the road. Medicine Hat, the finest postal code my uncle ever sent a postcard from. I kept that postcard on my bedroom door through high school and then a little more. The buffalo stamp and his block letter hand, a window into somewhere I'd not planned to visit, but I did one August late. Drove north across the border at the gate. Medicine Hat, the name alone is worth the drive across the prairie stone. The the big sky and the coffee and the road. Medicine hat, the finest postal code my uncle ever sent a postcard from. The coffee was as good as he had said. I sat beside the window and I read the postcard one more time. The buffalo and his block letter hand, and let it go into the bottom of my travel bag. The prairie's got too wide for any flag of sadness, just the coffee and the flat medicine hat, the big sky and my uncle's postal stamp, the prairie and the coffee and the camp. Medicine hat, I tip my hat. The Bijou had a double bill on Saturday for 60 cents and a dime for candy. The popcorn in the red and white striped box, and Mr. Hogan taking tickets by the clocks. We'd get there early for the front row seats and settle in with popcorn and our sweets. Saturday matinee at the Bijou, 60 cents in the afternoon, brand new. The newsreel and the cartoon and the show. Saturday matinee, the place to go when summer had a nickel and a dream. The Western ran an hour and a half, and Danny Briggs kept making us all laugh by talking back to the villain on the screen until Mr. Hogan intervened. We filed out in the blinking afternoon, still riding horses somewhere back in June. Saturday matinee at the Bijou, 60 cents in the afternoon, brand new. The newsreel and the cartoon and the show. Saturday matinee, the place to go when summer had a nickel and a dream. The Bijou's a parking lot on Main now, but on certain Saturdays I allow myself to walk the block and feel the cool, dark lobby of a Saturday from school. The popcorn and the cartoon and the smell of the old red carpet I remember well. Saturday matinee, the bijou and the 60-cent Sunday, the popcorn in the front row and the show. Saturday matinee, the finest row. We drove the truck up Ridgeline past 11 and cut the engine underneath the heaven of a sky so full of stars it hurt to look more beautiful than any picture book. We climbed up on the hood, still warm from the road, and lay back on the windshield, light and load. Stargazing off the pickup hood, everything was better than it should have been for two kids on the country road. Stargazing off the pickup hood, bestowed with more sky than a body can contain. You found the dipper like your daddy taught, and traced it with your finger, the kind of thought that crosses 40 miles of open sky. Without a question and without a why, the coyote started up past midnight's call, and neither of us moved at all. Stargazing off the pickup hood, everything was better than it should have been for two kids on a country road. Stargazing off the pickup hood, bestowed with more sky than a body can contain. We stayed up there till nearly 2 a.m., neither one suggesting we should end the evening, and the stars kept at their work of being permanent above the murk of ordinary life. And for that night, the ridgeline and the stars were burning right. Stargazing off the pickup hood, the dipper and the coyotes and the wood of the truck bed cooling the ridgeline sky. Stargazing, no one asking why. My grandmother received one in the spring of 43, the yellow envelope thing that nobody was glad to see you arrive. But this one said, your son is still alive. She kept it in her apron pocket all that week, and read it when the ordinary days would speak. The telegram, 6 words across the wire. Your son is well, stop, do not require. Alarm, 6 words that held a family home. The telegram delivered to the soul. On a Tuesday in the spring of '43, she showed it to me when I was just small, pressed flat inside her Bible in the hall. A yellow almost gone to pale cream now, but every word still legible somehow. She said, 6 words were all I ever needed from any human being, and I heeded the telegram, 6 words across the wire. Your son is well, stop, do not require. Alarm, 6 words that held a family home. The telegram delivered to the soul. On a Tuesday in the spring of '43. I've written letters by the dozen since, and none of them have carried the convincing weight of 6 words on a yellow sheet that made a woman whole on Maple Street. 6 words, the most efficient love I've known. The telegram and what it said alone. The telegram, 6 words in yellow on a Tuesday, pressed in a Bible in the hallway. The telegram still holding, still okay. Children fell asleep somewhere past Dayton. The highway humming, no use debating whether to stop or push on through the dark. We drove, the radio soft and faint and stark, the signpost counting backwards to the door, and the children sleeping 3 hours or more. Lullaby for the drive home through the night, the headlights and the median and the white, dashes running underneath the wheels. Lullaby for the drive home, it feels like the safest thing I've ever known. You took the second half sometime past 1. the seat back, nearly done for the evening, and the highway carried us through the dark without a fuss. The children didn't stir past Indianapolis, and stars came out above the overpass. Lullaby for the drive home through the night, the headlights and the median and the white, dashes running underneath the wheels. Lullaby for the drive home, it feels like the safest thing I've ever known. We pulled in at 3, the gravel quiet. The children lifted one by one to their own beds without a single riot of waking the dark house full of air and sleep. And we stood in the kitchen after, without a word, just the low, quiet laughter of 2 tired people home at last. Lullaby for the drive home, children sleeping Dayton in the past, the gravel and the kitchen home at last. Lullaby, the drive home unsurpassed. The fairground opened up on Wednesday noon, the Ferris wheel against the full August moon, the smell of caramel corn across the gate, and everything worth doing couldn't wait. We paid our $1.50 at the booth and walked the midway. That's the honest truth. The county fair in August, come on in. The caramel corn, and where do we begin? The livestock barn, the ribbon wall, the ring. The county fair in August, everything a person needs on one long Wednesday night. I want a stuffed bear that the bottle toss. On the 7th try, no sense of loss. For the $1.60 spent along the way, you took the bear and named it on the day. We rode the Ferris wheel above the fair, the whole county spread below us in the air. The county fair in August, come on in. The caramel corn, and where do we begin? the livestock barn, the ribbon wall, the ring, the county fair in August, everything a person needs on one long Wednesday night. At 10 o'clock they dim the midway down, and couples walk the quiet to their town. Cars in the field turn parking lot. The night still warm enough to make the drive home right. With windows down and the stuffed bear on the dash, and the caramel corn smell, nothing too rash. We're fast about the ending of that fair, the county fair in August, the stuffed bear and the Ferris wheel and you, the ribbon wall and the caramel corn too. The county fair in August, always true. The old Route 40 ran through 7 towns before the interstate put the hammer down and pulled the traffic off to the new road. But we still drove the 40 with our load of nothing much, just windows open wide, and whatever the afternoon decided. Old Route 40 north through the valley green, the finest stretch of road I've ever seen. The grain elevators and the cafe signs. Old Route 40 north, between the lines of what was and the world that's moving on. We stopped at Maze and Greenfield for the pie, the lemon meringue that stacked up to the sky. May herself came out to take the order and called us honey, both sides of the border. Of our separate plates, the coffee old, but May's lemon meringue worth more than gold. Old Route 40 north through the valley green, the finest stretch of road I've ever seen. The grain elevators and the cafe signs. Old Route 40 north, between the lines of what was and the world that's moving on. The sign is still up, same brick somehow. That makes it harder passing through the town than if they'd just gone on and knocked it down. But Route 40 still runs past past the door, and I still slow to 30 at the store. Old Route 40 north, the valley and maize pie, and what it's worth to slow down on a road that time forgot. Old Route 40, I still love it a lot. The cottage had a screen porch facing west, and a hammock that was clearly past its best, but held us both through 3 whole August weeks. The screen door's hinge still had its summer squeaks. We played gin rummy under the porch light, and listened to the crickets every night. The last summer rental on the lake, every morning up at dawn to take the rowboat out before the world was through. The last summer rental, me and you, before the autumn changed the whole address. The landlord, Mr. Briggs, would stop by Thursdays to check the pipes and talk about the old days when his family had the place year-round. The stories that old houses always found, their way of telling through the people there, who knew to sit and listen in the chair. The last summer rental on the lake, every morning up at dawn to take the rowboat out before the world was through. The last summer rental, me and you, before the autumn changed the whole address. Labor Day came harder than expected. The cottage packed, the hammock disconnected from the trees and folded on the porch. The rowboat upside down, no more the torch of the early morning on the water clear. Mr. Briggs shook hands and said, same time next year. The last summer rental, the hammock and the gin rummy and the lake, the rowboat and the screen porch at daybreak. The last summer rental, worth the ache. tables under the cottonwood and the maples, with the checkered cloth and the deviled eggs, and Reverend Thomas on his wobbly legs, greeting every family at the gate, and making sure nobody's plate was late. Church social Saturday under the tree, the deviled eggs and the sweet iced tea, the Reverend and the checkered cloth and grace. Church social Saturday, the finest place to be on any given summer day. The Henderson boys ran through the whole affair, knocking into things without a care, until their mother caught them by the ear, and the social carried on another year. The pie auction raised enough for the roof fund, and everything about the afternoon was good. Church social Saturday under the tree, the deviled eggs and the sweet iced tea, the Reverend and the checkered cloth and grace. Church social Saturday, the finest place to be on any given summer day. Miss Eleanor played hymns on the upright that somebody had rolled out in the light of the afternoon, slightly out of tune, but nobody was complaining about the June afternoon or Miss Eleanor's touch. Some things don't have to be perfect to mean much. Church social Saturday, the cottonwood and the sweet iced tea, Miss Eleanor and the out-of-tune hymn. Church social Saturday, let's begin again next year. Same cloth, same grace. The organ music rolled across the floor, and the disco ball was spinning by the door. The rental skates were brown and worn at heel, but nothing ever beat that polished feel of maplewood beneath your rolling feet, and the whole rink moving to the organ beat. Friday night at the roller rink, faster than you'd stop to pause pause and think. The couple skate was playing number 9. Friday night at the roller rink, just fine. To ask somebody if they'd skate with you. I circled twice before I found the nerve to cut across the rink and hold my curve up to the rail where you were standing straight in your red skates, early or just late. To the couple skate I couldn't really tell, but I asked anyway and it went well. Friday night at the roller rink, faster than you'd stop to pause and think. The couple skate was playing number 9. Friday night at the roller rink, just fine. To ask somebody if they'd skate with you. We skated 3 songs before the lights came up, and your friend was waiting with a paper cup of orange drink outside the exit door. And I walked you to her car and nothing more, except you said, same time next week. And I said yes before the words had left your eye. Friday night at the roller rink, the couple skate and the organ and the rink, the red skates and the orange drink and you. Friday night at the roller rink, brand new. The interstate would have saved an hour clean, but the 2-lane runs through everything between. The covered bridge and Barker's apple stand, the kind of road that asks you to slow your hand on the wheel and take the long way in, where the road dips down and bends around the bend. 2-lane highway home through the orchard country, every mile an act of pure abundance, of the ordinary, beautiful and green. 2-lane highway home, the best I've seen, for reminding you what driving used to mean. I stopped at Barker's for a bag of Max, and the old man gave me 3 without the tax of waiting. Said the crop was running good, and pointed at the trees the way he always would, with pride and ownership that 40 years of apple trees will give a man his fears. Two-lane highway home through the orchard country, every mile an act of pure abundance, of the ordinary, beautiful and green. Two-lane highway home, the best I've seen, for reminding you what driving used to mean. I eat the apple past the covered bridge and let the core fly out past Garner's Ridge into the ditch the way my daddy did on every two-lane drive when I was a kid. The Mac still tastes the same from Barker's stand, the same old man with the same pointing hand. Two-lane highway home, the apples and the bridge and the long road through the orchard country, lightest load. Two-lane highway home, finest road I've known. Found it pressed in Luke chapter 4, a folded note I hadn't found before, in Grandma's hymnal, her Sunday best, the one she kept above the hope chest, in Grandpa's hand before the war took him, a few short lines along the margin rim, the note inside the hymnal, something small and warm and original, as love goes, 3 lines and a name. The note inside the hymnal, the same. After 40 years of Sunday pews, it said, I'll be home by the harvest moon. Save me the 3rd pew, save me the June of your smile. Yours entirely, Walt, and that was all. No question and no fault. In the 3 short lines of a soldier's hand, the whole of what a person needs to understand. The note inside the hymnal, something small and warm and original, as love goes, 3 lines and a name. The note inside the hymnal, the same. After 40 years of Sunday pews, he made it home before the harvest moon, and took the 3rd pew every Sunday's tune, until the very last one, and the hymnal stayed on the hope chest with the note original still pressed in Luke, and I replaced it there with the same care that Grandma used to wear. The note inside the hymnal waltzed 3 lines in pencil, minimal, and everything, the June of your smile. The note inside the hymnal, worth every mile. The bridge at Harmon Creek was built in 9 and still stood strong along the county line. The wood worn smooth from wagons and from boots of every generation and its roots. We parked the car and walked across the boards and listened to the water at its chords. Covered bridge in October light, the maples turning red on either side, the creek below and the smell of the old wood. Covered bridge in October, understood as the finest afternoon that autumn gives. You carved our initials on the rail, which I pretended to object, but the detail of the knife and the careful letter cut was the most romantic thing. No ifs or buts. The creek ran gold with the reflection of the maples, and the bridge held us like the oldest of the fables. Covered bridge in October light, the maples turning red on either side, the creek below and the smell of the old wood. Covered bridge in October, understood as the finest afternoon that autumn gives. I drove back in the January cold just to see the bridge and the initials bold, still cut in the rail, a little darker now from the rain and the seasons, the sacred vow of 2 initials on a wooden bridge across the creek below the maple ridge. Covered bridge in October, the maples and the initials and the creek, the finest afternoon of any week. Covered bridge, the thing I always seek. on the Canadian prairie. Imagine that. Flat as a table for 100 miles, and the sky so big it gives you back your smiles. He sent a postcard with a buffalo stamp and wrote, "The coffee here beats any camp." Medicine Hat, the name alone is worth the drive across the prairie stone. The big sky and the coffee and the road. Medicine Hat, the finest postal code my uncle ever sent a postcard from. I kept that postcard on my bedroom door through high school and then a little more. The buffalo stamp and his block letter hand, a window into somewhere I'd not planned to visit, but I did one August late. Drove north across the border at the gate. Medicine Hat, the name alone is worth the drive across the prairie stone. The big sky and the coffee and the road. Medicine Hat, the finest postal code my uncle ever sent a postcard from. The coffee was as good as he had said. I sat beside the window and I read the postcard one more time. The buffalo and his block letter hand, and let it go into the bottom of my travel bag. The prairie's got too wide for any flag of sadness, just the coffee and the flat. Medicine Hat, the big sky and my uncle's postal stamp. The prairie and the coffee and the camp. Medicine Hat, I tip my hat. The Bijou had a double bill on Saturday for 60 cents and a dime for candy. The popcorn in the red and white striped box, and Mr. Hogan taking tickets by the clocks. We'd get there early for the front row seats and settle in with popcorn and our sweets. Saturday matinee at the Bijou, 60 cents in the afternoon, brand new. The newsreel and the cartoon and the show. Saturday matinee, the place to go when summer had a nickel and a dream. The Western ran an hour and a half, and Danny Briggs kept making us all laugh by talking back to the villain on the screen, until Mr. Hogan intervened. We filed out in the blinking afternoon, still riding horses somewhere back in June. Saturday matinee at the Bijou, 60 cents in the afternoon, brand new. The newsreel and the cartoon and the show. Saturday matinee, the place to go. One summer had a nickel and a dream. The Bijou's a parking lot on Main now, but on certain Saturdays I allow myself to walk the block and feel the cool, dark lobby of a Saturday from school. The popcorn and the cartoon and the smell of the old red carpet I remember well. Saturday matinee, the Bijou and the 60 cents a day, the popcorn and the front row and the show. Saturday matinee, the finest row. We drove the truck up Ridge Line past 11 and cut the engine underneath the heaven of a sky so full of stars it hurt to look more beautiful than any picture book. We climbed up on the hood, still warm from the road, and lay back on the windshield, light and load. Stargazing off the pickup hood, everything was better than it should have been for two kids on the country road. Stargazing off the pickup hood, bestowed with more sky than a body can contain. You found the dipper like your daddy taught, and traced it with your finger, the kind of thought that crosses 40 miles of open sky. Without a question and without a why, the coyote started up past midnight's call, and neither of us moved at all. Stargazing off the pickup hood, everything was better than it should have been for two kids on a country road. Stargazing off the pickup hood bestowed with more sky than a body can contain. We stayed up there till nearly 2 a.m. Neither one suggesting we should end the evening, and the stars kept at their work of being permanent above the murk of ordinary life. And for that night, the ridgeline and the stars were burning right. Stargazing off the pickup hood, the dipper and the coyotes in the wood of the truck bed cooling the ridgeline sky. Stargazing, no one asking why. My grandmother received one in the spring of 43, the yellow envelope thing that nobody was glad to see arrive. But this one said, "Your son is still alive." She kept it in her apron pocket all that week and read it when the ordinary days would speak. The telegram, 6 words across the wire: "Your son is well, stop, do not require." Alarm, 6 words that held a family home. The telegram delivered to the soul on a Tuesday in the spring of 43. She showed it to me when I was just small, pressed flat inside her Bible in the hall. The yellow almost gone to pale cream now, but every word still legible somehow. She said, 6 words were all I ever needed from any human being, and I heeded the telegram, 6 words across the wire: "Your son is well, stop, do not require." Alarm, 6 words that held a family home. The telegram delivered to the soul on a Tuesday in the spring of 43. I've written letters by the dozen since, and none of them have carried the convincing weight of 6 words on a yellow sheet that made a woman whole on Maple Street. 6 words, the most efficient love I've known. The telegram and what it said alone. The telegram, 6 words in yellow on a Tuesday, pressed in a children fell asleep somewhere past Dayton. The highway humming, no use debating whether to stop or push on through the dark. We drove, the radio soft and faint and stark, the signpost counting backwards to the door, and the children sleeping 3 hours or more. Lullaby for the drive home through the night, the headlights and the median and the white, dashes running underneath the wheels. Lullaby for the drive home, it feels like the safest thing I've ever known. You took the second half sometime past 1. I leaned the seat back, nearly done for the evening, and the highway carried us through the dark without a fuss. The children didn't stir past Indianapolis, and the stars came out above the overpass. Lullaby for the drive home through the night, the headlights and the median and the white, dashes running underneath the wheels. Lullaby for the drive home, it feels like the safest thing I've ever known. We pulled in at 3, the gravel quiet, the children lifted one by one to their own beds without a single riot of waking the dark house full of air and sleep. And we stood in the kitchen after, without a word, just the low, quiet laughter of 2 tired people home at last. Lullaby for the drive home, children sleeping Dayton in the past, the gravel and the kitchen home at last. Lullaby, the drive home unsurpassed. Fairground opened up on Wednesday noon, the Ferris wheel against the full August moon, the smell of caramel corn across the gate, and everything worth doing couldn't wait. We paid our $1.50 at the booth and walked the midway. That's the honest truth. The county fair in August, come on in. caramel corn, and where do we begin? The livestock barn, the ribbon wall, the ring, the county fair in August, everything a person needs on one long Wednesday night. I want a stuffed bear that the bottle toss. On the seventh try, no sense of loss. For the $1.60 spent along the way, you took the bear and named it on the day. We rode the Ferris wheel above the fair. The whole county spread below us in the air. The county fair in August, come on in. The caramel corn, and where do we begin? The livestock barn, the ribbon wall, the ring, the county fair in August, everything a person needs on one long Wednesday night. At 10 o'clock they dim the midway down, and couples walk the quiet to their town. Cars in the field turn parking lot. The night still warm enough to make the drive home right. With windows down and the stuffed bear on the dash, and the caramel corn smell, nothing too rash. We're fast about the ending of that fair. The county fair in August, the stuffed bear and the Ferris wheel and you, the ribbon wall and the caramel